Everyone, today I'm joined here by Halfsend. Tony and I are going over the Infinity Watch. Hey, Tony, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Good. So I'm pretty psyched with the investment level. This team looks to be off the hook good. It's hard to say whether or not this is good for the game. I do think that these are four very accessible characters, and I think this four-piece will actually challenge them even when Adam Warlock shows up. And we're going to talk about a couple of key factors now. Besides for last night when we shot this video that wound up not getting shot because I left all my alerts on and it interrupted the video. Did you know about how the flip mechanic worked, the flip versus the application?
Not the way that you explained it, no.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do in this video is we're going to showcase why this team is beatable. More importantly, how the mechanic works, and probably highlight some things that we're going to be testing shortly to hopefully give you guys some insight for this, because there's some questions. Now I do think Kestrel is a component to helping beat the team even without Adam Warlock, but more importantly, I do think there's a really good potential that you could use Gamora. So let's go really quickly. Let's see if I can find in my arena shard here. And so we're going to show you guys something. So we're looking for, probably have to move up really quickly. We're looking for a Black Order team. And the reason why I'm looking for Black Order is because of the way that the flip works. Did you ever use Doc Ock in Arena?
Yes, all the time, actually. He was actually part of my Black Order killer group that I had for quite a while.
And they did a pretty good job. And I don't think people realized how like if the symbiotes didn't come out, we would have been talking about Doc Ock as being this Black Order killer. But I think it's just nobody built them for where it was, and it was, you know, it was pretty hard to do. So one thing that would happen is specifically in that matchup, people would always go, well, wait a minute, how did I suddenly get offense down when Doc Ock is supposed to prevent that? And so what was happening is we found out that there's a difference in the way that the flip mechanic works versus the actual application. So in a few moments here, you're going to see how she just got her defense up converted to defense down. And that has to do with this exact mechanic. So even though she has 10,000 resistance, 10,000% resistance, which should be very similar to what we see from the Doc Ock's buffs here. The idea is it's definitely something that we have to be aware of, because without it, I might actually lose this. Without it, I think people just aren't aware of the actual mechanics of this, and it's actually a big deal at the end of the day, because there's just so many ways to beat this team, and everybody's just kind of panicked because they feel really overpowered right now, unless you misplay it like I just did while I'm trying to showcase team. I almost never go for Gamora first, but you can see right there was the defense flip on the team, and so we're going to showcase the ability one more time and just try to get people to understand this, because I think it's probably a concept. And by the way, from the developers, it is working as intended, and it's kind of important. So take a look at Doc Ock. You guys know that periodically you will see that he gets offense down. And so we thought maybe it was just that, you know, that really lucky chance that rolling, you know, that one out of or the 00 out of on your percentage dice. Tony and I are also D&D players. But those are the big difference there is the 10,000%. So realistically, you should rarely see it. However, when I was using them with Axemen, I would find that relatively frequently you would actually have the flip happen. So I would open up with trying to be Black Order. I would open up with the special from Bishop. He would get offense up, apply it to Jubilee, and they would immediately get it flipped. And I was like, okay, this is interesting. So we knew that there was a difference in the way that this was coded. So when Gamora showed up and she had her passive when she's empowered, Okay. All right. So it does two things. 10,000 resistance against defense down. But more importantly, on turn flip defense and up on any enemy that has defense down. So we're going to try it again. We're going to see if it happens right away again in this scenario. Because I think it's important to kind of cover this mechanic so that people are prepared for it. So let's go ahead and do it. Same thing. We're going to see if we can see that defense down flips. So the way that the dev said that it works is that applying the debuff, so defense down, won't happen. And we do know that because, you know, you can take a look if, like, when Moondragon does her thing, she's suddenly not, you know, basically applying defense down on her turn. They're not getting it applied to them. However, it's pretty clear that if you have defense up when the flip happens, it's happening quite often. All right, so realistically, you guys will see this here. So right about now, you're going to see the empowered go off, and you're going to start seeing the defense down being flipped if it happens correctly. So here we go. All right, so see, there's the defense down, and it did indeed flip it again on that 5 red. So that is 2 times. So probably a lot more frequent than we would probably like in that scenario. And you can see I'm actually using my target priority correctly. So, but you can see that that's actually the difference maker, is that you can see the defense down. So if you're worried about beating this team, know that Gamora is probably an essential piece. So how big is your Gamora?
148.
148. So was that 6 red star?
5.
5. Okay. So, and what's your resistance right now if you take a look at it? I'll show you mine.
9K.
9K. Okay. So that's the point, is it's going to a straight resistance check. So take a look. I don't think it changes it empowered, but we'll just do it for purposes of showing that. So you can see that she is at 9640. So not a significant increase with the 6 red G15. Okay. So this is where I'm wondering if we found a very vital, is this T4 important for the mirror match? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab this, and we're going to see if I actually get it flipped more frequently in arena. We're going to be testing that quite some depth to find out if I'm actually resisting it. So with the 6 red, grabbing this ability so that we upgrade the defense and resistance. So have you gotten that one yet? Yeah, you did give a 7 red star, didn't you? You already bought that one.
Yeah, I haven't put any T4s on her yet, but she is tier 15.
So for this, I kind of am curious about this specifically when it comes down to like Gamora. Does that make it in the mirror match work? So I'll keep you informed. We'll definitely. I know that he'll get his up as well, and we'll have a 7 red star. So we'll be able to check out the 5 red Gamora with the 7 red star Moondragon, and see, like, so realistically, her resistance when you add that becomes monstrous.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow, yeah.
So we're gonna see if that prevents the flip on Moondragon, specifically in these matchups, to help to see if it'll keep him alive. So remember, it's not going to happen with Safeguard. So Safeguard is going to prevent flips and you know, and the like. However, Safeguard is only up for 2 turns on AI. All right, unless Death Proof's being applied. So if you have defense down, that's going to be what you're actually using to burst this team down. So just be aware of that. So kind of important. The size of your Gamora will probably matter. Gamora is probably going to be useful in the mirror matches, and I do think that there might be some value in this T4 because of the resistance, just because of the fact that you probably will hopefully prevent it. So let's take it in right away. Let's see one more time. We'll drop. We'll sweatsheet. So Black Order right here. This is the team. They'll flip the buffs here, and you guys will see it really quickly. You'll see that they'll flip the defense up with no difficulty. And so at 10,000 resistance, I want you to make sure that there's a difference between flip and there's a difference between application. So if you guys are getting defense up on your Gamora, know that it's probably from Gamora flipping it on your unit. Or from another tune that can flip buffs. Defense down shouldn't be, but if I said defense up, I apologize. Defense down shouldn't be applied easily on your Gamora once she's empowered. So now she's empowered, and you guys will see that we're just going to hit auto here, and then we'll pause it when the flip happens here so we can take a look. All right, here comes the flip. Ooh, she resisted it. So that was a flat-out resistance. Already, I'm seeing the value because realistically, I haven't had that resisted very often at all. So that is a big deal to see that resisted. So it feels like there's already some value in that right away. Her not getting defense down will actually mean that, that she's getting the improved scenario. So pretty big deal. All right. So do you understand what I'm saying, Halfsend? Maybe you can make sure I communicated it effectively.
No, I get it for sure. Yeah, that passive on Moondragon is critical in mirror matches for sure.
Yeah, it definitely feels like it's significant already. So we're definitely gonna do some more testing with this team once Adam Warlock drops. And if you guys don't know, we're gonna be having a contest where Halfsend and I are both dressing up as Adam Warlock and gonna see if who pulls off the better cosplay. Let us know very soon. All right, anything else you want to say?
No, man. Always good to get some hangs in with you.
Yeah, make sure you guys catch Halfsend Tony here on Twitch. Follow him on YouTube. There's some great videos. He's in my alliance, so we get to see some more attacks, and he gets to help with our testing because we're better off together. Remember, I do things that you don't have to, and Halfsend does things that you don't want to. And we'll catch you later.